情報などと連中ごときやつがれがまとめこうした答えはもう昨日にはないだろう
Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Bungo Stray Dogs Season 2, Episode 2, Nowhere to Return. And last episode, we went back in time and I met two new characters, Odasaku and Ango. Ango is missing. Odasaku has been tasked to finding him. And last episode, he enlisted the help of Dazai when he was sort of like cornered and everything. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/philly And now let's start this episode, and here we go. The reason why I'm asking if he's dead or not is because I was uploading a reaction of Bungo Stray Dogs, and in the tags I tapped in Odasaku, and then it started populating, and then it said Odasaku's death. So I'm like, huh? So when he's been poisoned, and then he passed out, and he's like, I'm sorry, I fuzzed up. So I'm like, is he dead? I don't know. Maybe the Odasaku's death that I saw was somebody else in another anime called that. I don't know. But yo, what's up with Ango? So apparently the boss sent Ango in to infiltrate Mimic, and then Mimic found out that he was a spy, and then they are trying to kill him, right? But then Odasaku figured that out. He came to save him, but then the ball came, he touched it, and then he's like, his ability is awesome, but if you already fell into the trap, it's not going to help you. And the person that set this trap up must be someone that knew about his ability, which Ango's there. He was telling Ango to run, but when he said that person has to know about his ability, I'm like, that must be Ango, right? And then Ango's like, everything that I told you is right, and that he wished he could drink, at the usual bar, the usual place or whatever. And the way he was looking at Odasaku before he left, I don't know, it could be just regret, but something tells me that he's also leaving him a hint or something. Like his last words were a hint to something, So that's why I'm like, is Odasaku really dead? I don't think Ango wants to kill him if he's the one that set the trap. So I feel like this poison is not gonna kill Ango, especially not Ango, Odasaku. Especially now that I remember, he said that Dazai's people subordinates were coming. So, but he wanted to scope out the place before they came in because he had a hunch. So since they're coming, I'm guessing they're not gonna be too far behind, and they're gonna find Odasaku, and then they're gonna help him, And he also explained why the boss sent him particularly to go find Ango, because they were friends, and if Ango disappears, he was gonna go either way. He was gonna go look into it. So he's like, I might as well just sit here, And apparently, no one knew about the plan apart from the boss, which makes it seem like Dazai also doesn't know, but he might have already figured it out, because this dude is intelligent, man. I love that scene. After he set the trap and those people fell for it, and then he came, and then he just sees everyone that was captured dead. And then he's like, okay, what happened? And then the one who was explaining everything, he started telling the whole story, and Dazai's like, I already know that, but then because I set it up that way, so what happened here? And then that's when Akutagawa showed up, is like, basically being proud about having killed these people. There's this sort of like quiet menace, anger, something that's like, when I see Dazai being like that, like he just, okay, Akutagawa said he's the one that did it basically, and he's like, okay, did I do something wrong? No, you did nothing wrong. You just defended your people, killed the people that were trying to attack your people and whatnot, and thereby destroying the information that I wanted to find after setting up the tribe and all that. He just turned around. He was so scary in that moment when he like turned around, and then he just talked about how Odasaku is the kind of person, that I believe, if I remember correctly, that Akutagawa is an orphan. He doesn't have anybody. So Dazai was telling him that if Odasaku was the one that found him, he would have taken care of him like he was taking care of those kids in the beginning. Oh, they were so cute, the way they were playing and everything. He would have taken care of him like that, but because he used the particular word, he's guided by righteousness or something. I know he used righteousness. I just don't quite remember exactly what he said about it. But then that says like he is rejected by righteousness or something, and that if he was him, he would have done this. And then he just shot at Akutagawa. And I'm like, we know that Akutagawa is still alive, so I thought maybe he just shot to the side of him. But then until I remembered his ability to devour the space between whatever. But in that particular moment, that was the first time that he's ever done that. He's used his ability to kill people before, but he's never used it to protect himself. Which means that had he not done that, Akutagawa would have died on the spot. And that pissed him off. But what you gonna do about it? Dazai is his superior. What are you gonna do? That pissed him off. And then there were the person that were there that was giving him the information about what happened to those people that died. He said that it's weird that Dazai is friends with Odasaku, someone that has never killed anyone before, and all of that. And Dazai just told him, Odasaku is not someone to be messed with. If he was angry enough, if he decided to kill everybody there, he would. That he is stronger than Akutagawa. Like, did he include himself in that particular statement? It felt like he included himself in that. Like, if Odasaku was angry enough, he would be able to kill all of them there, including Dazai. Unless I didn't quite understand that, but that's what I thought. And he specifically told Akutagawa that Odasaku was stronger than him. And you know that Akutagawa hates that. You know when he told him that, what's his name? I was about to say Yuji, but Yuji, that's another show. Asushi. You know when he told Asushi at one point that he was weaker than Asushi? He didn't like that. So that's why when he said that, I'm like, please don't tell me this dude is gonna be stupid enough to go provoke. I'll just say his name. Odasaku, But then, yeah, that was it with them. But then he's like, okay, he was looking for information about who was behind everything, the leader and all of that. And he was like, okay, now let's look for clues on these bodies. And you just told him like everything, look at everything. And then he called Odasaku and told him that thanks to a leaf that he found out of one of their shoes, that he's found out the hideout. And that's where Odasaku went and saved Ango, I love that scene of when they first met with Ango in his room, and those two coming in, and him telling them no to stay far away because they were smelling, and Dazai tell basically knowing what Ango was doing in that room, basically writing out the life story or the family background of those people that died and everything. And then they were like, they were the way they closed them so that they can basically how am I trying to say this? They were trying to make him their friend and invite him to the usual place, and in order to get that to happen, they basically sort of like enclosed him and contaminated him with the smell, or I don't know. That was cute. I also loved, like, okay, I don't know why I'm trying to clarify this, but I will. When Odasaku went to that restaurant or whatever, and then he asked about the kids, and then they said the kids were upstairs, and he went upstairs, right? And then the first thing you see outside the door, you see these shoes, and I counted the pairs, and it felt like it was like 5 pairs, right? And then I was asking, okay, is it like 5 kids? And then I'm like, is it 4 or is it 3? And the reason why I started doing that, counting down, I was like, okay, there could be 5 kids up there. But then I'm like, well, yeah, but it could be 4 kids and a mom. And then I'm like, well, it could be 3, but then you have the mom's shoes, the dad's shoes. The dad is the one downstairs, at the restaurant, and then 3 extra kids. That's why the numbers were going down. But it was 5 kids, 4 boys and 1 girl, and they were orphans that Odasaku has been taking care of, and the owner of the restaurant is housing them there, and Odasaku is just paying the bills, I guess. So that's nice. He's a really nice person. That's why I'm like, I don't feel like he's dead in this particular episode. I don't see him being dead because we still don't know a whole lot about him, and I feel like we have to, especially with this being a backstory kind of into these characters, especially Oda, because he's the one that's narrating everything that's been happening these last 2 episodes, and then you see Dazai also mingling in there, so I feel like it's more Odasaku's backstory than it is Dazai, even though Dazai is also included in there, so I don't feel like he's dead. He has to be alive. So I love this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/FearlyMini, and you can also see the full length of this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.